working with this Dragonfly piece, I am just going to give it a coat of chalky finish Americana Decor paint. And actually, I think I can just work out with a cap by just putting a little bit of paint in there. And then with my paintbrush, I'm just going to give this a quick coat over the top so it can accept color a little bit easier. It may need more than one coat. I will give it a shot here and see. So there, I'm going to take a heat gun to this and then probably put another layer of paint on it. So the next thing I'm going to do is continue with Deco Art, and I'm just, you could choose any colors you wanted, but these are the colors I'm using. I have a Calypso Blue, a Berry, a Purple Pizzazz, and a Deep Sapphire. And I have just put out a little drop of each, and then I'm taking a dry baby wipe here, and I'm going to just pick up that color all on the baby wipe, and I am just going to pounce those colors onto the Dragonfly until I'm happy with the coverage that I'm seeing. So the next step, after I have applied my color and made sure it's dry, and this is what it looks like, I'm going to paint a layer of this Deco Art Enchanted Shimmer. So just give it a little bit of a shake, open it up, and then I'm just going to work out of the cap here. And I'm just going to apply a light coat over the whole body. And while that's still dry, I am going to, or excuse me, that's still wet, I'm going to pick up some of these little decorative pieces and stick them down onto the leaves, or the, gosh, I'm not speaking well tonight, onto the wings so that they glimmer a little bit more. So I'm not putting too many. You can put as many as you want. Okay, so I'm liking what I have so far here. Getting rid of some extras there, but I think that's going to be enough. Alright, so I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to give it a coat of UV resin, and I'll show you how to do that. So you take your UV, and what I'm going to do here is just drop some onto the center parts. and then I will spread it out. So you can use a disposable paintbrush, a pin, pretty much anything you want. I'm going to use just a straight pin here to just kind of spread out my resin. And what this does is it seals everything in. It gives it a glossy coat over the top. And it also makes everything just a little bit thicker. Now, I like using UV resin because once I expose it to the light, it's ready and done. Where regular UV resin, you would have to wait about 24 hours or so for it to harden. This way, if there's anything that I missed, I can go right back into it and cover it and then move on with my project. So I find that it's a lot faster to work with, especially in jewelry making. And for when you're working on very small pieces, you don't have to mix up a huge batch of resin and then wonder, what am I going to use it on? With the UV, you just pour out what you need, and it's ready to go from there. So, I think we've got a pretty good coverage over the whole thing. I am going to lift it up just so I can look and see if I'm missing any areas before I expose. Okay, so I think we're in good shape there. I'm going to move my bottle out of the way. I'm going to bring my light in and expose it. Now, for my light, I have found that 99 seconds works just fine for the UV that I am using. Sometimes I'll do double exposure just to make sure it's good and set. So I'll be back as soon as that's done. So here it is after the resin has dried. And you can see it's nice and glossy. And then the last step is just to put a pin on the back. And now, if you want to make the back surface a little bit nicer than what's here, you can definitely coat it in paint. And then I'm just going to take a stick, a pin with a sticky back, and line it up across the lower wings because that's where it hides the best. This way it's a little bit too much and shows out the bottom there. So I found placing it right about here works the best for the pin. And then it's ready to wear.